All right. All right, so coming into this morning, I think the bias is pretty clear. Previous day high is a huge draw. I think Monday high is a huge draw. Um, looking at looking at price action, I think what we had yesterday was a strong run after sweeping this significant previous week low. We then traded right into OTE almost perfectly. Of this range. We also held this large hourly gap despite trading very, very like below it one, two, three, four, five, 6 times or 5 times almost. We still held the bodies of this 1 hour gap, and then we have seen an expansion overnight higher. Um, Personally, I'm looking at potentially maybe seeing a trade lower into this hourly gap and then higher. That would be ideal. I would like to see the manipulation like come down into here before heading up. Uh, ES has produced some equal lows. ES has not taken out some of the highs that NQ has, but I'm seeing bullish price action as the draw. I'm seeing a lot of trendline liquidity, especially on ES. There's like how many lows or how many highs is this that almost perfectly um like a lot of trendline liquidity. Um, yeah, I'm feeling for sure bullish. We have new week opening gap. We're still heading hanging below it, which is uncharacteristic for us in a bullish market for us to stay below this week open for too long. If it's going to be an up close week, I'd like to see today be the day where we flip that and start heading higher. I still don't think all time highs is out of the question. We're only 700 points from them. Uh, but yeah, I'm seeing previous day high, potentially Monday high. I'm seeing the retracement after the sweep. I'm seeing if we were going to keep going lower, we wouldn't have retraced perfectly to this, held certain levels, and then expanded higher, closing above. I would expect us to have some sort of a move lower. I mean, I'm gonna highlight this hourly gap. I'm gonna highlight that 1 hour gap, and then we'll see kind of what we can get from there. If we can get a drive into this and then a push higher, that would be my most ideal scenario for today. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say we have too many SMTs at the highs. ES is not taking out the London high, but we took that out yesterday with NQ. So I think ES has a lot of work upwards, and NQ also has a clear and obvious level that we just fell short of. So if we were to manipulate lower, I would like to see us attack that later in the morning. So that's kind of my target for today. I'm kind of seeing that. Let me just move it over a little bit. Get my projections for today set up. I kind of want to see it. Would that look better? Maybe just like that for now. Yeah. Um, Something like that maybe. Um, well, let's get that in the corner here. All right. Um, Yeah, we've had some trouble with this new week opening gap. We haven't really been able to trade above it. We've been held below it. Um, Except for on Monday where we kind of had that run up and then we just out of nowhere came lower. I don't know why. I don't even remember what happened on Monday. But, oh yeah, I remember now. But yeah, I'm seeing like we had this manipulation, like this was our significant sell side liquidity level. We had a bounce off of it, retraced perfectly to OTE, had another bounce. I don't expect us to have to come down here. I'm saying that would be my ideal situation. But I'm going to also just note in the comments that okay. It's too bright. All right. We didn't get that closure, but I'm expecting a push lower. I mean, I'm not even opposed to potentially front running this. It's just I've never been very successful with 930. I've never been that successful with 930 front runs like this before, so I'm probably just gonna avoid it completely because, yeah, probably ain't gonna work out well for me. But this looks good. I mean, we have a clear downtrend, clear change of state of delivery. We swept buy side, pushing lower. We had a retracement higher, inverted that 1 minute. I would expect us to head straight down to the lows. Dang. There we go. Would have worked out. I did take a practice trade on that idea just to get the confidence back because it did look really obvious. So I wanted to be able to note it down in my journal, the entry that I did take, so that future references could be used. Essentially, what I have right now is I took 2 off here. I have 3 total. Took 2 off here and have the remaining one down here, on the expectation that we hit the 1 hour gap. And that's why I don't take trades off of open, because then you get stopped out like that. Well, it was a quick scalp. Ultimately, that would have played out really nicely. We got 9:30 opening up here. Both assets sweeping this internal low from 8 o'clock. Expecting us to see a move lower. I can't wear these too way above, fine support there, kind of came below, back up, down. Let's see what we get here. Do have a 5-minute that we're trading above right now. ES is holding a lot lower. We're not getting the bounce that NQ is getting, so one of them is wrong. Let's kind of see which one holds truer. Opening range gap, like I say, it's probably huge, so we'll get that marked out. I'm assuming it's about there, so yeah, we'll get that opening range gap. We're looking at 150 points on the dot basically, so it's not as bad. But we do have a lot of reason for us to come down, and I think truly after tapping that new week opening gap, if we can get a 1-minute flip lower, I would like to see looking at a potential inversion here. I'd like to see us start to flush down to these lows down here. That's what my eye's on right now. We do have a 2-minute inversion. I'm not a fan of it. I'm liking that ES is pushing lower. That hourly gap is down there for ES as well, so I'm hoping we can get a little flip here. I'm seeing some struggle. If this candle can kind of start closing lower, we can start producing some heavy wicks on the upper side. I could see us coming lower, but this is looking a little strong, so we'll see. we'll sit by. We'll sit on the sidelines for now. Also, there's potential for us to just go and hit that previous day high right away. Have a reversal off of there. Again, we are in all-time high markets. It seems like the last few days we have seen that opening push. Like 9:30 yesterday opened up with just a push right up, despite us having a clear and obvious draw lower that we wanted to hit. Same thing with Monday, 9:30. Or oh yeah, not or it was 8:30 opened and went way up there, but then we didn't continue. We just turned over. But yeah, it looks like we're potentially gonna hit that level. So, I'm just staying sideline for now. We are about 40 seconds, 30, 40 seconds away from getting this 5 minute. This 5 minute was utilized multiple times, sent price lower into sell side levels. So I don't know if we do flip this 5 minute. It does seem like a pretty nice place to long off of. Previous day highs at 188. Unfortunately, no gaps right now, and it's except for down here. So we did close that 5 minute. Do have 5 minute BPR. Seeing what kind of reaction we can get off of this. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought. I was not expecting this to hold, so I'm glad I didn't take that. Stop loss would have been ran right away. That is such a large candle. Wow. Wow. Ah, that's just so bad. That is just so bad, man. Fuck. Exactly what I wanted to see, inversion, but yeah, ES is currently inside of that 1 hour gap. I was really hoping we could catch something on the move into it, but yeah, it's kind of hard when you put in a 75-point candle and then the next candle opens up and immediately sweeps the low that would have been a nice area to go break even at. But Holy, worst time ever to have to go number 2 so freaking badly. Holy crap. Like, by the way, I was watching this while I was gone, and that tap, I probably would have taken that trade. I would have been break even on the break of these lows. I am a little curious what we're going to do right now. ES is starting to see a bounce off of that 1 hour. NQ failed to reach it, but we tapped into at least 25%. We're very close to the VWAP. I would have liked to see us reach into that. But I'm really wondering what we could do from here, because it's shown its unwillingness to find support above this 5-minute gap. When we did flip it, it immediately ripped lower. Like, this one candle basically encapsulated an entire move against that 5 minutes. So I'm not too confident in what a long would look like on this giant inversion, because I mean, there's even a gap right there. Like, assuming you're entering there, like, it's a pretty wide stop, and this still doesn't even keep you safe. So but again, my eyes are still on Monday high too. Like, I don't think we're just gonna take previous day high. We opened up down here at 900. We're only up 200 points on the day. So we'll see. Alright, we back. PM session. It's a long I would love to take, but damn.
And honestly,
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Okay, well, there we go. I mean, it just freaking sucks, because it's like, where do you even like, I know Dodgy would take something like this, and it would be like, well, the strength and I wouldn't want to see it come down to half, so like, having your stop there is more than fine, blah, blah, blah. I get that, but like, fudge, bro. Like, what do you break even on this freaking high? So you enter here, you break even here. Like, ES is starting to push higher. Like, I don't see how we don't really start to pump on NQ as well. Um, Frozen again. Frozen again. Fuck, I was about to take that. Would have been done. would have been done. Fuck. Like what is wrong with me, man? What is wrong with me that I can't like take something like that? I literally like if I could show my screen, my freaking mouse was on the button. I was about to buy 2 contracts. Like from the moment that we started trading down here to the moment this candle traded and opened down, my finger was on the trigger. My stop would have probably been like down below this gap and a little bit down. Like I would have been risking $100. Would have been a 2.5 hour trade. God, ES was pumping. Like there was no reason for me to believe this wasn't going to do exactly what it did. I just froze. I would have eradicated every loss this week so far and more. Because I'm down 120. I'm down about 1 hour this week. I would have made up for all the losses this week and then some. Oh well, we gotta learn to be a better trader, and part of that is wiping my hands and saying, you know what, we missed an opportunity. We're gonna mark this down, and we are going to note it for next time when we are clear, and we are close to a really clear and obvious draw, and we get that type of an inversion, man. We gotta just take it. We gotta just take it. Yeah, just really disappointed. This just really, really freaking sucks, man. It's like I know what I'm doing. I know I can do this. It's like for some reason there's just such a block in my brain on taking a trade. Just period. Just taking a trade. Like we inverted a huge candle. If we were going lower, we would have utilized this as support. We wouldn't have climbed so deeply into it and just went lower. But the fact that we did showed the need. Okay, what the heck are we doing now? What a day so far. I mean, ES provided a brilliant opportunity to short a 1 minute BPR and even an opportunity to get back involved. I don't really know how to. I don't really know how to read this right now. I mean, technically change the state delivery here. Get a closure here. Get rid of these two. Just because they're not needed anymore. I'm like bubbling inside with anxiety and anger. I literally was like putting pressure on the mouse button to take that trade, and I just didn't. And it just 50 plus points in 1 minute. I wouldn't have had to sit for more than a couple seconds. Like, it was so obvious because I was on the 30-second too, and the 30-second provided a gap. I can't show it on here because I can't show it on here because I don't have the 30-second chart on my thing. But if we go right to here, we had a 30-second gap. We traded into it. Like, my finger was literally on the freaking trigger, and then boom, in 1 minute. 1 minute, we hit like 60 points. Actually, I didn't even realize it was that much more. We hit over 60 points. Gosh darn, man. Well, I mean, honey, yes, it looks like just a nice retracement before continuing higher. I mean, I would definitely say I'm looking at obviously longs over anything else right now, but it's just so frustrating, man. Like, why didn't I just take it? The amount of times I've sat there and just seen opportunities that, like, I take and I lose, and this one was just so obvious. It just, I would have been so happy with that loss. But instead, now it's like I don't really know what we are doing. It doesn't seem clear to me.
What up, what up? I'm Kat, and I'm here with some inside scoop. I'm here with Cheyenne, and she has all the deets to let us know about Mackenzie Shirilla in prison, up close and personal.
nobody made me a
So, okay, some more on calling Mackenzie Shirilla out.
I can't believe how random that is. I watched this documentary last night, and then all of a sudden I get freaking random X videos coming across my feed of this girl who's in prison with her. So I just find that hilarious because I didn't even look up nothing on X, and yet X is giving me recommendations for this shit. Just center that a little bit more. Looks a little shittier because of the box there, but whatever. Seems like where I want to sit right now. Like, I know it's only 1 minute in a, thousands of minutes in a day. I think. I don't know. 60 times 24. Don't know. Not even gonna bother. Though my brain's trying to do it. I think it's over 1,000, but I know there's so many minutes in a day, but it just sucks because like the most obvious minute in my eyes, like I was ready to take it and I just didn't. Like, why do I do that crap to myself, man? I don't know why I do it. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna go on. I'm sure I'm gonna go on. Oh, he said. Oh, that was yesterday, but. And so he took like 3 attempts at this. Tried, failed. Apparently break even. I don't know how that's break even. Because the candle he entered on, which we don't know where he entered, didn't really move much. Boom, taken out right away, and then somehow he front runs it before it actually closes, unless he entered somewhere up into here, and then saw that, and then bang. Yeah, I mean, it was as obvious of a trade as I've ever seen, but honestly, I haven't had that feeling of just taking a trade that goes in your direction so quickly like that in a long time. Like, I don't know if like I've ever had a trade like that that was that effective that quick.
day after the documentary came out, a week this past weekend, on Monday, her father, Steve Cirillo, was suspended from his job. He is an art and digital media teacher. Uh,
let me.
well, Steve, in his defense of his daughter, is because of things he said. The school is called the Mary Queen of Peace School in Cleveland, Catholic school, and they have suspended him. It seems because of things he said in this documentary. Now, Steve is joining us now just to talk about what the school said and why his defense of his daughter led to his job being now in jeopardy. Steve, welcome to TMZ Live. So, Steve, in the documentary, there is a lot about marijuana, that your daughter had used marijuana and that you, at least the way it was portrayed, didn't have a problem. And it seems that this could, and that it may have contributed to the crash. So, because remember, she apparently didn't even try to apply the brakes.
I mean, both assets look very bearish right now.
So, on the
Like
marijuana
NQ
side, which seems to be pretty relevant, what do you say about that?
looks kind of bearish, a little bit more neutral. ES looks bearish.
That was one part of, and I can't remember what the question was because the documentary people had interviewed us for 2 days straight, and then came back and did more interviews. So there was a lot of questions answered. My answer wasn't my answer. How to explain this wasn't in support of marijuana, and wasn't saying I'm smoking marijuana. What I was saying is that who am I to say who can smoke and who can't smoke? Now, I never allowed my daughter to smoke marijuana. How was I stopping her? You know, she was. Couldn't lock her up in her room. I'm not quite sure where there's a problem with what I said. It was never, hey, everybody go smoke marijuana. Hey, you should, you know, it's. I don't understand why the documentary felt the need to put that in there. I don't know what the relevance was to my daughter in this accident.
Can we go back to something you said earlier, which is, who am I to say what my daughter can and can't smoke? But she was 17 years old at the time, and so there are a lot of people who are.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
When
yeah.
you were younger?
Yeah.
I'm not with my daughter all the time. All I can do is tell my daughter, don't do it, don't do this. I had no idea.
You may have, and I'm just curious. Did you actually tell her that? Did you have talks with her about it?
Yes, I told her many times. Okay. Now I had no idea she was smoking in the car like that from the videos. That was new to me. I understand. I knew she did it, but I couldn't stop her. What am I supposed to do? You know, am I supposed to lock her up in a room? All I can do is teach her, don't do this. You're gonna get in trouble, or it's gonna happen, or something. You know, that's all I can do.
What changed? I'm curious what the school said.
Let me predict.
It's called.
Okay, so here is the clip of Mackenzie when she's in the hospital bed talking in pig Latin to her mother. Watch. That's so weird to me. Like, how many people speak in gibberish or pig Latin? I didn't even think that was like a thing. You know what I mean? And also, one of the first things that Mackenzie says as soon as she's released is, "Can you just take my license away for 10 years?" Girl, what? That tells me she was already feeling guilty, already knew that she was guilty, and was just trying to get out of it in the best way that she knew how, I guess. I don't know. But the pig Latin is what really got me. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in the comments.
It's called Tom or Black. You guess if it's a lady or a blind person. You want to play?
Yeah.
And I fucking.
Okay, it's 2 days.
For the last couple of months, we've been investigating corruption at
I mean, I really don't even know where we're drawing towards right now. We've slowed down completely, and we don't seem to be like ES is kind of caught up to NQ. ES was holding a lot higher. Now it's kind of caught up. NQ is now slowing down. It seems like we should have pushed down towards those lows by now. ES has a 5-minute flip. NQ is holding that 5-minute. 09. I mean, there's potential for ES to put in a 15-minute, propulsion block after trading deep into the 15-minute order block and failing to manipulate the highs. We have SMT at the highs, SMT at previous day high. Like, it seems bearish by all accounts. I just don't know how and where to get myself positioned where I'm not going to get stopped out. I mean, I guess there's potential. I don't know. It's just so annoying because I should, like, I just feel like I can't properly figure out I don't know how to word this. It's like I can't properly read the market right now because in my head I'm like, I should be done. Like, I should not be trading right now because I should have taken this long. Like, I should have. The second this candle got put in, it's like if this gets inverted, it's like it's gonna be one of those times where, like, I've seen Dodgy talk about it, where it's like we should not even trade like into it barely at all. Like, it should be like such a brief touch and then expansion. So like he would always put his stop like halfway. He would always put a stop like halfway down the gap, and maybe that's half, maybe that's a little less. But like 1 minute, and I would have been up $220. I would have locked in one of those days. Would have only needed a couple more.
ES is weaker because it stayed lower. So, and we can see that being true. I'm going to switch to the other chart now. This is. So, we're trading in Discord code.
Oh, I didn't even realize that, but he took the exact same trade that when I went back and reviewed what I would have taken yesterday on this climb over lunch hour, or, well, no, back on this climb over lunch hour that I missed because, again, it was during lunch. He took the exact same entry I would have taken. And I said that because I would have waited for that 15-minute to close and I would have looked for 1-minute entry. So again, here's another example of a 100-point move where I wanted to be involved, but I didn't fucking take it. Like, I just can't, I just feel like I can't fucking trade right now. I just don't understand. Like, I could have been up over $300 fucking dollars. I could have been up over $500 right now if I had taken those two trades. I didn't even take them on evals because I'm not even fucking paying attention. I have no confidence in myself right now. Wow, what the hell is that? Alright, so what the heck is going on? I haven't gone on Financial Juice in a couple weeks, I feel like. It's been so relaxing to just chill and not have to worry about freaking Trump this, Trump that, Iran this, Iran that. I mean, this is insane. I kind of really want to take a long. But I just know that now after seeing two trades that would have been winning trades that I had marked out, had all my reasoning for, all this stuff was good. Two trades, I'm going to take a third one and it's going to be the one that loses. Like, I wouldn't even know where to target at this point. Like, now look at that shit. I have to risk almost $200 just to get... That is just... Fuck, man. Ah. Like, I know I can do this. I just don't know what the fuck is holding me back. Like, look at that shit. Like, in 1 minute, that would have just, like, well, like, I know it's news and shit, but, like, fuck. Like, it's just news that there's gonna be, like, negotiations for the fucking war, I'm guessing. I don't even know what the hell's going on with that anymore. I haven't heard anything about the war in a long time.
We're gonna have to catch a later price, I guess. We missed our fill. This is opening range gap 50% level on the Nasdaq level on the.
there's no freaking way you're longing that shit, bro. I don't know, maybe I need to just go take a fucking walk. Go outside for a minute, sit in the sun, just fucking watch some reels and just chill. Come back here in a few minutes. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do something like that just to see. We're gonna go for a little walk, come back. I mean, the thing that sucks though is now it's shaping up to be something I could be interested in. Who am I kidding? I'm not gonna fucking take the trade anyways. Oh. Oh my goodness, man. It's just another day gone by. Like, that's 3 days this week. 3 days this week, 2 losses. Potentially today's going to be a no trade day. Both losses were bad positioning. Like, yesterday was a cut early trade that was good because I would have been stopped out full. Day before was just a loss. Wrong place, wrong time. I don't even know if I remember exactly when that loss was, but yeah, like we just hit 50%. We traded below here. Like, to me, it just seems like we'd want to go higher now. But where do you get in long here? Like, where do you put a stop loss for this type of a trade? Like, right here? Just no more, don't come back lower? Like, of course we have to have 2 gaps. We can't just have 1. There has to be 2. ES technically looks like it kind of only has 1. I mean, it does look really good. would love to be bullish, but where's the stop loss? Like, I want to take this fucking long so bad, but like, I don't even know where to get involved. Like, it's like that's a lot of room to come down, man. Like 50-point stop loss. Like, that was how much that's what my trade was before. Like, oh, fuck. I'm not confident in this move. Like, I'm not. Maybe if we get the upper inversion. I don't know.
So, these are the trades I took today. Little messy executions. I was fumbling around a few different accounts. It's alright though, in the green. But let me go over this. So, tried this long off the open, okay? It was like a 2-minute and 1-minute IPG. Okay, it hit the mechanical break even. I was not gonna go break even, but ES was so uncorrelated that I'm like, I got out for a little red. So, little small L, but break even trade. And then we got a potential 2-minute closure, which it almost closed, didn't close. I'm like, okay, got out again, and then we actually got the close here, so I took this one as well. Okay, about a 1.37 R. I did size for the bottom of this candle, so I got a 2 R out of it. But why was this a good trade? Okay, and why did I just kind of wait here and not go break even? We literally dumped right off open. The amount of times we've seen us V-shape off a 930 low or 930.
Well, there's that trade working out. I mean, I guess the silver lining for this day would be that we just keep going towards 419. But the odds are we're going to come right to my entry and stop me the fuck out. Because I'm pretty sure my entry is about, or my stop loss at least is at 80. So let's just put it right here just so we know. Just so we're ready. My stop loss was originally there, but I mean, at least that would be nice. I'd be close, one step closer to passing these damn accounts. That would allow me to more, like, that's the other thing I'm struggling with now. I can't pass these damn accounts because I'm so focused on trading my funded accounts that it's like, it's almost like if I see a trade I'm not confident enough to take on my funded accounts, I take on my evals. But then if I'm not confident to take it on funded, then it's more than likely going to be a loss. And there's 150. That would have been $150 locked in the bank. Would have been another winning trade. That's 3 fucking winning trades today. If that doesn't show you I can fucking do this, but I have this fear of losing. Like, do you know how many people in trading blow like 100 accounts because they don't have a fear of losing, but they don't know how to trade? I know how to trade. I know what to do. I can read the market. I've done it so well. Like, look at my Twitter post from 9:25 today. My Twitter post from 9:25 said, tap into the 1 hour, expand higher. I said, we might not tap into the 1 hour because we might just go right to previous day high. We ended up doing that, but then we still came back to the 1 hour. And then I even said, my overall target today is bullish to potentially Monday high. If we get that, then you're looking at you're looking at 2 days in a row. I started posting back on Twitter again. I cleared the whole account, started fresh because I was doing it back in February and March. And then I just stopped doing it. Cleared the account. 2 days now where I've called out like literally the move, both times, exactly where I wanted to see price come down to, exactly where it went. Yesterday wasn't many opportunities like that I actually saw where I was like, okay, I should have but today, holy moly, today, that trade, which I mean, that was almost an hour ago. At this point, I wouldn't have had to do none of this. I wouldn't have had to sit through anything. And then that inversion, that orange box, like that candle right there after the news release, like, bro, I had my thing marked down. I'm like, I should take this. But it's like, no, didn't take it. And then this trade, it's like, we get a 1 minute inversion. I know this 1 minute inversion that I took, it's like, it's kind of shit because it's, but it's like, sometimes you just know where price is going to go or where we're more likely to go. And sometimes you just got to take the risk. Like, even that upper 1 minute, that could have been an easy scalp. Like, entering on the close, the second it hits there, you're either break even or you're closing. Like, there's so many opportunities today. I just really hope we don't come down to my entry because that would freaking suck. Because that would be 2 days in a row where I was up a decent amount on these evals that it comes right back down to break even, which we're about to do. So fucking great. I think that's the problem with these evals is I'm risking too low. Like I just got 150, so that's 75 points. If I was in 5 micros, I would have been like fucking $750. If I was in 4 micros, I would have hit the 600-ish max I can do because it's a freaking consistency 50% on these evals.
As these people selling the gospel to?
Are you serious? And that's gonna be a break-even trade? Like, bro, come on. Like, really? We're gonna go above that high and just come right back down? Get out of here, man. Fuck's sakes. Like, this is so gay.
You want to sell? Maybe we'll trade something on NQ here now. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll have to go back to full porting silver. Silver did leave that level, by the way. Decisions. Green on gold. Congrats, I did.
Oh yeah, let's just rip back up after taking me out to like literally almost a tick. Like 4 points.
That sounds like a good deal. I think that sounds like a good deal. I'd take that deal. When is London open? 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.? I think it's 2 a.m. At least that's 2 a.m. is what I use. I don't know the actual like London stock market opens. Let me check. Let me give you the official. I guess if you check Forex Factory, it's over here.
Yeah, so I think the day is fucking cooked. At least for now. So, ignoring everything that's going on right now, let's just take a look at price. And let's just see our opportunities. So, first of all, we opened up, we climbed higher, kind of for no reason, in my opinion. Like, I didn't like it. I thought it was a false move. We then get to push lower, which is what we wanted. We swept some liquidity. We failed to tap into this low. We had this huge candle lower. We tapped into it, went lower, and then just reversed it. So when I was on the toilet and I saw this, because I was looking at this inversion here originally, that was what I wanted to see. I originally wanted to see this. When I was on the toilet, I was like, okay, because this is now tapping into there, I feel like I would have maybe taken this trade, and then I would have done something similar to what I did up there, where it's like half of this shouldn't be traded to, trading down into this this gap here, whether it's just the opening of the gap or whatever, and then break even would be taking down that low, because that low is a pretty far spot away from this gap, so would have been a break even trade, but I wasn't around, so I'm just not even gonna consider it. Anyways, we end up coming up here, and when we get up here, it's like, man, if we invert this candle, then I think we're gonna hit previous day high, because we still have previous day high right there. We climbed up, we failed to push, we came down. It seemed like a clear and obvious level. I'm on the 30-second on my Top Step X. I'm watching the 30-second, and I see us close. And then right now, I'm all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, if we can trade back into this, I'm ready to take it. On the 30-second, there's a gap. I'm like, my finger's on the trigger. I had 3 contracts originally. I moved it down to 2. I'm ready to click. I'm like shaking almost, ready to take it. I don't take it. The next candle opens up and just rips right to my target. And then from that point on, I just did not feel good at all about anything. And I was so anxious and just so disappointed in myself. And it was like that shame you feel when you just keep on doing like a bad habit that you just don't want to do. Like I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but like when you, like, I don't know, eat like shit, and it's like you just have another shitty meal, you overeat, and you just feel like shit after, and it's like, fuck, I did it again. But at the time, I just can't seem to stop myself. But when we get this move, and then we have this 1 minute gap open up, this is where we started to see a little bit more direction on the market. It felt like we were seeing a bit more direction. Like we were seeing, okay, we're forming some displacement, we're finding support here, we climbed lower, and on this climb lower is when ES actually really started to climb lower. And then when we had this, it was kind of like, oh shit, like it really looks like both assets are very poised to take out this, opening range kind of low and trade for NQ, trade into this hourly gap and potentially further into, 50% of the opening range gap and everything. We end up getting like almost a godsend opportunity where we tap back into it, where ES kind of sees a bit of a retracement too, and then just 4 candle expansion straight into this gap. And I wish I was involved. I literally had it marked out. I'm like, man, if we did this, even if we had the biggest stop we possibly could have had, which was way up here, this would have been $150 day, bang, right there, with 1 contract. Would have been locked in, everything would have been fine. And then we end up getting this news thing where this candle opens up and it looks clear. It's like, this doesn't seem like a normal candle. It definitely looks like news. I pull up Financial Juice. It doesn't say anything for this first minute, but then when this candle opens up, it finally comes up and says, oh yeah, there's something to do with talks or whatever. This candle that was so important to me earlier then gets inverted to a T. We get tapped into, and it seems obvious that, hey, if there's going to be a target, I even said at the time, I'm like, I don't even know what you target. Like, yeah, there's this internal high that we just formed, but like, I'm looking for more of what's the draw today. Like, where are we going? Like, are we going up to this Monday high? Are we heading lower? Like, where are we actually going? Because I don't want to just trade. I don't want to just do this dumb range bound thing, which we apparently was the move today. But what we've been doing, where we sweep a short-term low, like a recent low, expand, sweep a kind of high time frame, but we sweep a liquidity level, go here. Sweep liquidity level, go here. Like, I'm like, I just didn't feel confident in taking a trade like this. But of course, you know, zero drawdown, you're in the trade, it immediately hits. And there's another opportunity where, again, I was really wanting to take it but didn't. Now we end up getting the opportunity where I finally took a trade, at least on eval, and it was this trade right here. We get the 1 minute BPR and then we get a tap back into it. I end up getting my entry somewhere around here. I put my stop at the rejection block. I just don't want to see us come down below this BPR. I'm giving it a little bit of room to dig deeper, but then come back up. We have this upper VWAP level that's really helping us. And with this trade, I was like, you know what? I think we're finally done with this stupid manipulation. I think we could definitely see this Monday high get taken. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this trade. When we get above this high, I'm break even if it looks promising. And I'm just going to hold until hopefully Monday high. And that'll lock in over $400, almost $500 on each account. That'll put me back into the positives by a couple $100 on both of those accounts and give me some real potential to work with in the coming week to maybe pass these accounts. But of course, I don't get that. Why would I? Because I fucking suck. So we get this. We get a huge expansion. We get 2 candles. Like, I can't really highlight them because this shows up. But we get these 2 candles, provide a huge displacement, gap in price, all that kind of jazz. Everything looks good. We displace above this high. We close so strongly above this high. We have gaps all below. We have double gaps. Like, realistically, if you were looking for higher prices, this should have been a trade that you should have and could have been confident in taking. 2 stack gaps. We should be able to work these a little bit and then head higher. We have these kind of levels. Like, you have like a internal kind of breaker block here because you have a low, high, lower, low, and then we break through. This ends up being a breaker block. This ends up being like an order block, change of state of delivery. Like, you have so much working here with these gaps, but then it just comes straight down and takes you out. And then it proceeds to consolidate right around here for like 10, 15 minutes. And now we're inside of the macro, and I wouldn't be surprised if we all of a sudden get an expansion higher, but I don't know if I'd be confident in taking it because it feels like I've given my best effort today to read the market, and I was correct so much, but I didn't take advantage of it. So now it almost seems like for me to get involved in this market after all of this, after all my missed opportunities, would be shooting myself in the fucking foot after being given $1 million and rejecting it, basically. Like, it's like, why would I shoot myself in the foot? I already lost $1 million. I might as well just walk away with that. And I think that's unfortunately the shitty thing I'm gonna have to do today. I'm gonna have to walk away with a break even. Like, I didn't take any trades on my fundeds. I'm gonna have to walk away with the disappointment that I really let myself down today. Like, 2 legitimate trades were these sells because this was a target that I had marked out as where I wanted to see price come before going higher. This was just a previous day high. It couldn't have been more obvious after inverting a huge down close candle. Like, how big was this candle again? 75 points. For us to invert a 75 point candle with a target, clear and obvious target above, that just to me says, okay, we got to hit that target first, and then whatever happens from there, we'll see. And then this one, yeah, just, I don't know. It just freaking sucks, man. So what did ES look like on that same idea? Like, ES would have been another break even. Yeah. I like how NQ kind of did, though, form a 2-minute inversion to the downside that didn't work out. Because that kind of shows, like, this, I mean, obviously it wasn't a BPR, but it had the potential to be a BPR. We inverted that, but then we did not use that to do anything to downside. That to me shows that we are pretty bullish. But yeah, I'm listening to Tyler right now because honestly, sometimes it just is a very lonely game sitting here by yourself all day, and sometimes it's nice to listen to other people. But anyways, I'm hearing him have the same idea as me. I put that out and then I heard him say it, but like something like this where you're starting to get some expansion, taking a little retracement, stop maybe below some of these lows, targeting this Monday high. That seems to be what we're going to want to see, but again, I don't know. And then I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, because we had that, we got rid of it. Yeah, so we had that hit 50% to a T as well. That's another thing about this trade too that is important to note because it's crucial to what we saw. Like we literally seen us manipulate right into this wick, back into this inversion, and then we saw this 1 minute VPR form. We took that trade, but then it doesn't work out. So now, you're looking at this, and honestly, too, the way I'm looking at this as well is there's a gap in this, gap in this. So really, this is more like a 1 minute right here. I've seen this obviously a little too late because obviously now, in hindsight, we're way past it, but like this looks like what could be a potential for a good trade. Like we struggled to get above this previous day high. We had a huge bounce off of it. We came right back up. We kind of zigzagged back and forth. And then we kind of started finding some support above it. Like we definitely started seeing some support above it. And now we're starting to see some expansion into this final hour macro. And I mean, usually the not final hour, the London close macro. I don't know if people maybe call it that, but the London close macro. So now that we're in the London close macro, a lot of the times what price wants to do in this macro is it's either recouping kind of the overall trend of the market. Like if we have just been selling off all for the first hour and a half, we usually like to see a bit of a recovery from that, or like vice versa if we're climbing higher, a bit of a recovery, or it just is a time where we see that expansion towards what should be the target for the day, or what ultimately is the target for the day. Because this kind of opening range was a bit more of, like if you kind of look at it in hindsight, like if I was coming back to the charts and I was not trading today, and I was kind of looking at this, it kind of would look a little bit crap. Like you would be like, okay, this inversion looks pretty clean, but where was the target? Like we'd already swept previous day high, so we didn't really have a clear and obvious strong target. You find out this was news, it's like, okay, that kind of eliminates this area from price. It's like, okay, where else do we have trade opportunities? Like if you're really looking at it, this opportunity that I saw, it wasn't really like a, I'm not going to say it wasn't like a, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like a A++ like red bells dinging setup that looks so obvious that has all this stuff. It was more just like in the moment, you knew it was going to previous day high. It couldn't have been more obvious. Like it was a previous day high. I would have put my life on it, but I wasn't able to put $100 on it, which freaking sucks. Because my finger, like all I had to do was hit this damn button. This damn button right here is all I had to hit. But I couldn't. But let's see this. Let's see this 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock, 2 hours, do exactly what I want to see and expand to Monday. I think what X proves to me, because this is what used to happen to me all the damn time, what X actually proves to me is that what I see with X, and this is what happened last time, this is what's happening this time, is I post scenarios and I post like what's it called? My projections for the day, and my projections for the day are almost always correct. And if they aren't correct, it just means I got the bias wrong, which happens, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And sometimes I get the bias wrong, and I can recognize that live and adjust, and that's happened many, many times. But what we see here is that what we see here in the last 2 days is that I had a completely correct read on the market 2 days in a row. To say that you had a correct read on the market 2 days in a row is that's a really good thing. But to not capitalize it, that's where the problem is. Like, even today, it's like, today was just a crappy day for me. Like, I thought I had to wake up at 7 to do something. It turns out when I woke up, I didn't have to do that thing. So I went back and laid in bed for a few minutes and just kind of laid around for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, was playing on my phone, kind of fell asleep for a few minutes at one point, talked to my girlfriend, got up. It was a bit of a crappy, slow start to the day. I get to the charts, didn't really have a lot of confidence because I kind of checked the charts in the morning on my phone, and like we were like up here. I'm like, we've already kind of hit where I want to see price go. Like, I'm not really happy that we're already like taking out everything I already wanted to see. And I'm like, okay, we still have that Asia high because that's what it was still marked as on my chart. I'm like, we still have that Asia high, I guess. So, we will hopefully be able to target that maybe. And then when I came to the charts, I'm like, okay, this looks pretty clear. I'm like, let's go to the 60 minute. Okay, we had a huge sweep of previous week low, expansion, retraced exactly to OTE, and then we started expanding again overnight. I was like, okay, I'm seeing on the hourly chart, I'm seeing like a tiny gap here that we were inside of, but I'm like, I'm seeing this unmitigated 1 hour gap right here. It kind of coincides with, if we were to draw this range, it kind of coincides with 50%. Like, it's like a nice retracement, this 1 hour gap. It would be nice to see us come down here first before hitting previous day high. We pretty much do that. We fall a little short, and then we do that. That 9 o'clock candle ends up being a really like difficult candle to read, and then 10 a.m. ends up doing exactly what we want, where we tap into that 1 hour and expand. It just sucks because the amount of times, like, look at this 1 hour, where the 1 hour low could be here, but you could still shoot 100 points lower and then still close up and support it. You can't really take trades off of the 1 minute. Then when you get the 5 minute, it's like there's not really a 5 minute draw, because when we form this little 5 minute gap, and maybe you can call this 5 minute inversion here, you've already taken out significant enough buy side. And after the morning we had and the choppy back and forth price action we had, it's hard to trust that after sweeping a significant buy side level, we're just going to keep going higher. But that really sucks. Like, I'm a little, like, I'm obviously disappointed in myself. Like, and then the other thing that sucks now too, looking back at it, it's like my stop loss on this trade. My trade was here, and my stop loss was about here. If I had just moved my stop loss up here, maybe I would have still been in this trade. But yeah, that freaking sucks, man. And like, this is at a good time too. It's like still in the first half of the 10 o'clock hour. There's still a lot of time for us to really start to see an expansion. I really thought these two gaps, like, the main reason I took break even was because I really thought these two gaps were going to provide support on price. Like, I thought if I highlighted these two gaps right here, that these two gaps would keep us higher, but they didn't. But yeah, it looks like it's done. Like, I could see us slowly climbing higher for the rest of the day. I could see that, but I'm not interested in that anymore. I'm done. Like, I'm so disappointed in myself today. So disappointed, and I'm done. I can't take any more trades today. I might come back for the PM session at 1 o'clock because I have to do stuff. Like, I have a commitment from 3 o'clock on, basically, so I might come back, for PM session, but
this is not related at all, obviously. But
I don't know. That's gonna be it for me.